Morning all. Don't worry, I'm not going in. Not today. I wanted to do a video on meditation because meditation I find is the number one thing that I find myself recommending, and in my line of work and just people that I meet generally, when we're discussing through things, it strikes me that people have problems and issues in their everyday life, particularly when it comes down to things like mental health and stress, feeling anxious, feeling low, whatever those feelings are that could be made so much, the symptoms of those could be alleviated or in some cases eradicated by the introduction of meditative practice. So I find myself recommending it all the time, and everybody has the same questions that come up about it. How to do it, how long to do it for. In fact, interesting, so the first thing that usually comes up when I recommend meditation to people is that they say, I'm looking into it, and it's something that might be useful for me. And then they go, right, so I need to buy a book, or which book is it, or I need to go on a certain course. What course is it? Right, I need to book onto this course. How much does it cost? Or I need to download this app. I've heard about this app that I download, and what is it, 8 weeks? How long do I do it per day? How many sessions per day? You are immediately going directly to the problem, not the solution. We've had enough apps. Everybody's had enough apps, enough books, enough courses, enough videos. It's time, when we meditate, to let go. To let go of all of it. All of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. And it might surprise you to learn that you are already a meditation expert. You just don't know it yet. When we meditate, we are simply returning to a state of being, and being only. So we can align ourselves with the present moment alone. No past, no future, there's no next moment, there's no previous moment, there is only the moment that we exist in right now. When we're meditating, we are aligning ourselves with that. So the first thing that happens when we attempt to do this is that the mind starts coming in. And the mind starts playing all kinds of tricks, saying, oh, you don't have time to do this. Oh, this is silly. Oh, this isn't going to work for me. Oh, I should have started doing this years ago. Maybe not now, maybe when everything's settled down a little bit, and maybe in the future, maybe in the new year, maybe it'll be part of my New Year's resolution, maybe, to do more meditation. Do you see? Do you see what happens? It's exactly the same thing. So, herein lies the problem. How do we align ourselves with the present moment only, without the mind taking our attention away to the future or dragging it back into the past? Well now. Firstly, the recognition that this isn't easy to start with. It's easier than you might think. But we must recognize and respect the nature of the challenge. And it is a challenge. The core of any meditative practice is to bring our attention fully to the breath, and the breath alone. Any meditative practice has that at its very, very core. To bring our attention fully to the breath and the body. That's it. That's it. You are now a meditation expert. Everything else is complication and is the mind trying to get involved. The mind just tries to get involved, tries to jump in. The best way to explain all of this is to simply allow you to experience it. You must remember that you're not going to go anywhere. When we empty and bring ourselves to the present moment, you're not going to forget all about your life. You're not ignoring your problems. Those problems are still going to be there to be solved. But what we're going to do is remove the stress, we're going to remove the worry, we're going to remove the self-doubt. All of these things, when we meditate, we can see that these things will simply fall away. So let's have a go at doing some meditation. We'll just do about 5 minutes or so. Bring that around here because this light is so amazing today. So firstly, when we meditate, the first thing we always think about is sitting, start doing all of this. It's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. You can sit like that if you feel that's the most comfortable and it supports your intention to stay present, then absolutely sit like that. There's no harm in that whatsoever. Generally, we sit however is comfortable, that is going to support our intention to remain awake and alert. So, sitting upright is all we need to do. So try and find some space where you're not going to be disturbed as best you can. As best you can. So you don't need a special space either. You can do meditation anywhere at any time. Anywhere at any time. It's the beautiful thing about it. So if you are at a desk or something like that, you can stay at your desk. There's no problem at all. But if you can, finding somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed, because why not? Why not? And immediately those thoughts are going to start coming in. Straight away, straight out of the gate, right off the bat. Oh, people are going to think I'm crazy. People are going to think I'm being antisocial. People think I'm going to be weird. People think there's something wrong with me. All of these things start coming in. Disregard, disregard, disregard. You can't read people's thoughts. You don't know what's going through their heads, so don't try to read their thoughts. Simply find some space now. So just for a while, what we're going to do, closing your eyes if that's more comfortable for you. Most people find that it is, although you can meditate with your eyes open as well, it's no problem. Closing your eyes and starting to focus on the breath. Just for 3 minutes. For 3 minutes, that's all we're going to do, is focus entirely on the breath and the present moment. There is no need to draw in particularly deep breaths. Just simply allow the breath to come in and allow the breath to fall away naturally, keeping our attention solely on the breath. The present moment. All there ever is. There is no past. There is no future. By the time the future arrives, it will still be the present moment. Of that we can be certain. Drawing deep breaths in and allowing those breaths to fall away naturally, without forcing. Noticing that the mind will attempt to claw away at your attention like a hungry dog, clawing for attention, trying to get your attention. If we feed the dog, it will keep coming back. If we ignore it, it will go away. As simple as that. thoughts, positive or negative, come and go, like clouds passing in the sky. If we hold on to those thoughts, and we give those thoughts energy, they will grow. So we simply allow them to float on through, passing by like clouds in the sky. Focusing fully now on the sensations in the body, the feeling of the breath coming in, falling away. Simply being, and being alone. There is nothing to do, nothing to create, nothing to imagine, nothing to fix, nothing to solve. We simply recognize our being now. Taking the time now to draw 3 final breaths in. No need to force or rush. Simply draw them in, allow them to fall away. And once they're complete, we can open our eyes again, bring ourselves back. Now then, the first thing you'll notice when you open your eyes again and stop meditating is that your mind will immediately start trying to drag you back into worrying, into planning, into doubting, into low feelings, all of these, stress, anger. And it'll go, oh good, right, now we've done that silly little practice Corin was just talking about there. Now we can go and get back on with all the real stuff and start doing all these things again. Isn't this very telling of where the mind tries to take you immediately? You have the option at any time to ignore your thoughts. Not many people know that. We're not taught that. We're taught to believe that our thoughts are everything, and that our mind is everything, that you are your thought stream. That's what you are. And so we don't like to let it go. We don't like to let it go. But letting go is the source of enormous peace. Now, I often hear people saying they want to be more peaceful, more relaxed, they don't want to be as anxious. But the second that I start talking about letting go of things, that's when we start getting a little bit, well, that's going to be tough. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Your natural state is being, and being alone. Hey, boy. Hello. See, dogs are present. Dogs are present all the time. Do you think a dog needs thoughts to be happy? They just are. And they just are happy as a result of that constant state of beingness. So, my message to you today: allow a little presence into your life. What if? What if you simply dropped your tendency to worry? What then? Just drop it. Stay present in this singular present moment. And when the thoughts come to try and take it away, ignore them. See what happens. I look forward to hearing about what happens. That's everything I have for you today. Thanks for listening.